Welcome to Grade Pending. You already know what it is. The show where we grade, music, movies, shows, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Today we kind of light, but it's all good. We got Mr. Bond, James Bond, also known as Otto. You know what I mean? We got Black James Bond, which some people don't like.
Idris?
Jared. And we're gonna talk about obviously the new James Bond, the final in the Daniel Craig series. No Time to Die. Um, and as always, to talk about it, we got to talk about it. So there will be spoilers. If you haven't seen it, don't watch this yet. Go watch it first. Come back, check it out. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen it myself, so I'm gonna fall back on this episode. I'm gonna let these gentlemen talk about it. So we're gonna, like we do, we're gonna get the individual reviews, and then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna ask some questions because I ain't see it, so I'm gonna be a fan. So tell me about it, guys. So, all right. So I'm trying to think because my man got the suit on. I gotta. I don't know if it doesn't go first and go. I don't
Let
know.
Jared go first. I went first last time.
You're
Jesus
right. You're
Christ.
right. All right. Let you chill, let you simmer in the suit a little bit more.
As I take a sip from my vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. I just want to say that Daniel Craig has been probably one of the better Bonds. Me personally, I say Sean Connery still my favorite. I say Sean Connery is my favorite still. Um, I can't speak much about George Lansby. He only had one series. Dalton was a pretty good one. He was more like a renegade Bond. Craig was a action-packed Bond for the most part. And he had a lot of story. And I think this is probably he's probably one of my favorite Bonds. And the reason why is because from Casino Royale up until this, it's really been connected movies, more so than anybody else that's had, like Bronson, uh, Connery, Roger Moore, Dalton. All of these stories have connected more than the other ones have been kind of like more like one-offs, but he had a main arcing villain. Um, as it comes to No Time to Die, I saw it twice, Wednesday and Thursday. Um, honestly, I love the movie. The only reason why I won't give it an awesome is because I'm gonna give it a super dope. But the reason why I won't give it an awesome is because I feel not like Rami Malek as an actor. I just felt his villain was lacking behind his ambition. Um, the ambition of his I felt like his end goal was bigger than him. And um I understood it, but it just didn't really hit too hard for me on that one. The action is amazing. The cinematography is amazing. The acting is great. Um, I just felt like there was between his villain and the guy with the bionic eye. I forgot his name, but like those two villains are like to me. Um, but everything else about it, I really just love that movie. And people say, oh, it's the longest movie ever. It's the longest Bond movie. Honestly, for me personally, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel 2 hours 54 minutes. Like, I felt it was a really nicely done, well put together movie. So I give it a super dope.
Is super dope higher than awesome? Okay. Because that's a new one. All right. So let me preface this by saying Daniel Craig is my Bond. Um, Brosnan was the Bond that existed when I was growing up, GoldenEye Bond. But I watched a couple of those, and those were fun. But when Daniel Craig signed on, that's when it was like, all right, they're gonna reboot it, go a little more serious, do it from the beginning, and I was hooked since '06 when the first one came out. I love fucking Casino Royale, and Skyfall. For me, they alternate between my favorite or the best ones of this five set of films. As far as specifically No Time to Die, since that's what we're reviewing today, I'm gonna give it a dope as well. I don't know about super dope, but definitely dope. Unfortunately, I only got to see it once. Unfortunately, that was at the end of a long day where I woke up at 5 and then I had work, and So that third act, it did start to drag. I did start to feel like, damn, this is 2 hours and 47 minutes. And I also agree with Jared that Rami Malek was just there. Like his motivation, it was kind of silly. I wasn't crazy about it, but the action, the score, I saw it on RPX. It was so good. The sound design was so good. The female 007 was awesome. I was expecting to not like her, but she was so cool. Ana de Armas, even though we only got a few minutes, she was 10 out of 10 as always. We're gonna talk more about the movie, but my score is a dope.
Listen, Sean Connery is the one and only Bond. Okay, in real life as well. We all know the Barbara Walters interview.
You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist, it's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
That's my Bond. GoldenEye, like you said, that was one of the best, first-person shooters ever made. N64. If y'all don't know about it, use your Googles.
Great game.
Like I said, I wasn't as interested in this series when they announced it because it was around the time where we had Bourne and Mission Impossible, and it was to me it was all the same. And like I said, I could be wrong. I haven't seen them. I'm not giving a grade. I'm just saying for me, I was turned off. I will probably binge the series. I might be proven like, oh, okay, I missed out. I should have seen this with you guys. But as of now, I haven't. So
You fucks with MI though, right? Mission Impossible or no?
I didn't. After the second one, because it wasn't Mission Impossible. It became just Ethan Hunt. The team aspect of it was gone.
That comes back
The
later.
dynamic
That comes
of
back later.
using the computer, using the tech, the facial stuff, like it kind of just became Tom Cruise doing stuff. Tom Cruise hanging from a plane.
We'll have a sidebar about this. This is very
Tom
upsetting.
Cruise
This is-
hanging from a rock.
Throw up. I'm gonna fucking throw up on my suit. You're making me so upset right now.
The second
Sidebar.
film.
This is about Bond. Go ahead.
I just want to say, but the second film.
It was
the
a John
scene-
Woo masterpiece. Don't worry about
the
it.
scene
The doves
where
and
he
the
blew the
bike.
door open and he walked by the villain and doves flew by and
In
nobody
slow motion.
shot him.
in slow motion. Hello.
It was
John Woo.
annoying. I was so annoyed. He killed somebody with the motorcycle.
He
I
slapped
was
the shit out of
like,
somebody with a motorcycle.
yeah, I was like, yeah. And
Better
then-
motorcycle use than Venom, though. There will be carnage. I'm never forget.
And like I said, we got Bourne. Bourne kind of stepped up, and then we got Kingsman. And it was like, all right,
Did you
y'all
watch all the Bourne movies? Or
I didn't
was that
watch
one
the
you-
No, yeah, I did watch them all. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm saying, to me, I was like, okay, this is kind of new. As I said, I might be missing out on what Daniel Craig did, but from what I saw, it was less Bond, more action. Other movies. It wasn't a
He
Bond
was
movie.
awesome.
So I want
Awesome.
I want the male chauvinism. Listen, growing up, my daddy had Shaft. I grew up, we had Bond. We need pimps that women just, oh God, I'm throwing my drawers.
Is it too late to exit from this? This guy does not speak for me, ladies. I have five
Not for me
sisters.
either.
I have
Listen,
five
just
sisters. I
saying.
respect women.
John Shaft and
I don't
James
know.
Bond. That's what it is. Now we got this Bond getting married.
Black Dynamite. You have Black Dynamite.
We got Black Dynamite too. There you go. But you don't see them getting married. Falling in love. I'm retired.
That was kind of annoying.
Look at John Wick. He tried that too, and then he's all right. Nope, I'm back.
And he had to come back too.
with Vesper from Casino Royale. That's Eva Green. I get it. I get it with Vesper, but with this young lady, she's a nice young lady, but she's no Vesper, and I hated seeing James simp again and be all like, "Oh, I'm in love." Blah.
See,
But in the beginning of this one, it goes back to I don't trust women. She fucked me over. She betrayed me.
Yep.
Did she? Didn't she? And I was like, all right, we're back in.
See, so now you got me. See, that was in the trailer.
But then, but ultimately ended up being like, hey, bud, they have a family. So I was like,
Right.
But then
He had a daughter.
but
he had a daughter that he
out of
didn't
nowhere,
know,
out of
but-
nowhere. We
but
all
then-
know
but then he
James
still-
pulls out, but whatever.
Well, you know, I mean, well, James don't pull it. But, you know, when he shoot, he scores.
true.
So you know,
That's
he
true.
always. He
But
always
normally
hits
the
mark.
women that he hooks up with get murdered, so he doesn't have to worry about it. This one
Right.
somehow,
Here you go.
Somehow.
yeah, somehow now we got a
This
daughter.
nigga had
Somehow
multiple
they
kids
get
out here.
murdered.
But it was redeemed because then it's spoilers again. This is spoilers.
Mhm.
James died at the end of this film.
He dies.
So this is truly the last Bond
First.
Mm.
because
So he did have time to die.
There was literally just enough time to die. It was either go raise a kid or just let yourself die, and he just let himself die.
And-
That's how I saw it.
F them kids.
But you know, but spoilers, of course, you know, like it's not just a shock to see Bond die on screen. It literally was kind of like this really was Daniel. Well, this is his arc of Bond evolution. You know,
Mhm.
like he became more of this person who, you know, like this is about my country and my my service. But if I meet that right one, you know, this is what's going to be. And the fact that when it came to a choice between you know, possibly killing his own, you know, his girl and his kid, or sacrificing himself, like he didn't take that chance. Like he just said, like, if I can't be with my family, that, you know, that even though he didn't know he had it till like halfway
Just
through
found
or
out
whatever.
about,
But if it came between, you know, me not having to be with my family, I'm just gonna, you know, I just gotta sacrifice myself to go, you know, because there was no way to reverse, you know, the freaking nanobots that, you know, that
Nano
that
Machines,
guy,
Fox
you know,
die. Yeah.
yeah,
They
so,
totally
you know,
ripped that off from Metal Gear. I don't think you guys messed with Metal Gear.
Oh, they did,
That
yeah.
whole storyline was straight out of Metal Gear, which was
it
awesome.
really was. I peeped that. I peeped that.
And now, if I'm
But
not
yeah.
mistaken, the first movie he becomes a 00 agent, right? They
Mhm.
show
Yes.
like the origin.
The origin,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so it's a full series of
It's
its,
a
own.
full arc, and he's the only one
Yeah.
to ever have that. He's the only
Right.
one to ever have
Exactly.
sequential films that play into each other, that have a beginning, middle, and end.
Mhm.
And overall, so it's like Casino Royale was amazing. Then Quantum of Solace, they fumbled. Then Skyfall was amazing.
Up.
Then Spectra, they fumbled, and then now they finished strong. So overall,
That was my next
you know,
question. Okay.
yeah, I don't know if
Like-
Jared, you
like-
agree with me on that flow, but that's
No, I
kind of how
do.
it went for me.
I
Okay.
do. Like, I mean, I enjoyed every film that he had.
Same here.
But you know, but yeah, I felt the ebb and flow of it all too. Like, because even going back to like, because I think he really started seeing, well, no, not Dalton and not Lansby, but Connery and Moore, like you had your Ernesto Blofelds. So you had those two, you know, like, cause that's always been like the main villain in for James Bond. But like I felt the Ernesto Blofelds from back then was better than Christopher Waltz's version of Blofeld. Like
agree
it
with
was
that.
more of a he had more of a high tech, you know,
Mhm.
thing to it, you know, because he had, and it's funny because he kind of like his thing in Spectre was, you know, like get with the defense, coordinators thing, you can just, like kill somebody from like wherever, boom.
Mhm.
This guy kind of like took that technology and evolved it
To the
to like
next
some
level.
little nanobot,
DNA
systems where, like you
specific.
ain't gotta like a handshake. It's kind of like COVID. Like if
Yeah.
you give somebody
Yeah.
COVID,
Mm.
without-
Ironic.
like, COVID-
Ironic that
without-
this movie got delayed so much because of COVID.
Yo.
And it's pretty much a fucking that kind of thing.
Message.
like
Message.
like, I mean, it was a nice, but it's like I just kind of seen something similar to that in Spectre. So it's nothing really too
Mm.
different. But I mean, it was an upgrade.
I think
from
the
that last
villain
kinda
was
like
definitely the
target.
weakest. Definitely the weakest part was the villain. Like the fact that it
Yeah.
opened with him and it was like a cool scene, but it was more. It took like 20 minutes to see James. Like, come on, man, what are we doing? All right, you're
Yeah,
gonna
like
slowly
his-
kill this girl. Like, all right, whatever. It
Yeah,
looked
because his
cool.
thing was, because his thing was, like it's like all right, like your method for for trying to find or to kill anybody that you want is whatever. Okay, like that's a big master plan. But however, going into it's like your focus was because you wanted to kill Spectre or everybody in Spectre because they killed your dad.
Exactly.
But then after that, what was what was it after that? Like,
Yeah,
It
even
was
James.
really
James at the
nothing
end
really-
was like, "What? Wait, seriously? Like, what was this for? Like, what's the point?" I was like,
right? What was the
James,
purpose?
I just
Like,
needed
there's
you
no-
to shut. I like how James just disposed of him. He's like, he didn't even look at him, just
Fuck this
lit him up. This fucking yeah. That was dope. Paul, you should definitely you should give it another chance.
Yeah, I'll run through the 5 movies. Would you guys say would you guys say you're satisfied with the ending? This is a good ending for you to the whole series?
I would say absolutely, yeah.
Would you say this is the best?
Also because
movie?
like Daniel Craig had said like from the last one, he's like and this is a quote that he would rather slit his wrist than play Bond again.
I remember that.
And that was like 4 years ago. And I
Yeah.
guess they backed up the Brinks truck, and he was like, "All right, what's one more?"
One more time.
And to his credit, like dude's still in fucking shape. TRT and HGH out the ass, but you know he's still in shape. He did his thing. Would I say this is the best one? No, I don't think this is the best one. I still think it's either Skyfall or Casino Royale. Those keep going back and forth for me.
So
Out
this
of
is 3?
these set of films,
This would be the third best.
Skyfall, Casino Royale, and then this would be the third best for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jared,
How
you
about you,
agree?
Jared?
For me, Casino Royale, No Time to Die, and then Skyfall.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that works
And
too.
then I think Quantum of Solace is on the bottom for me.
Yeah, same.
From what I've
Even though
heard,
the
I heard a
it's
lot
Bond
of
girl
still a good
there,
movie.
the Bond girl there is super hot.
Okay.
But
It's
I
still a good
think
movie.
that one suffered because it was during the writer's strike. So
Mm.
it's the shortest one, and it's kind of just all over the place. But you know, it's still a good movie. Like to your
Right.
point, it's still a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I had
still a good
another
movie.
question. I forgot what it was. I did have.
I,
another
and,
question.
and in terms of like all of, and I mean maybe that wasn't a question for you, but why you think about your question?
Yeah.
In terms of like in terms of like all of the Bond finales, you know, you got A View to the Kill for Roger Moore, Diamonds Are Forever, Connery. What was Bronson's final movie? Was it Die
I
Another
don't remember
Day?
the orders.
Die Another Day, I think so. The one we had
It was Die Another Day.
Yeah.
And then No Time to Die, and you can't really count Lansby. He only had one freaking movie.
Yeah.
And then Dalton, I believe it was Living Daylights was his last one. So I mean, I think this is probably my second favorite Bond finale movie or Bond ending, or
Okay.
like when he transfers to somebody else. I think Diamonds Are Forever is still my favorite one. In terms of like, you know, a finale for a Bond, but at the same time, like No Time to Die probably it's I'm still wavering on it only because of how everything connected
Yeah.
to that.
Mhm.
And I don't
That's
know how
dope.
you feel about it, Adam.
No,
Because
that's
it's the true finale. It's the true finale.
Yeah. They
compared
brought
to
back
just-
everybody. Like
Yeah, okay,
you know,
yeah.
They made it connect.
Got you. What I was gonna
Q-
say was.
Q was gay for some reason.
Wait,
I don't know if
Yeah,
you pick-
Q,
I don't know if you picked up on that.
For real? you really did say that?
What's your question? What's
No,
your
wait,
question?
but you said Q was gay. They did that.
Yeah, Q was gay.
Is it like into that?
He was
or?
preparing
He had a-
dinner, and he had a gentleman caller that was coming that evening.
Wow, they did that.
He said
Q-
he's
wow.
he said he's
Now-
almost,
Now, fun fact: Q is the voice of Paddington, and Paddington Bear is the best, and he would not be into other male bears. But whatever, that's a sidebar.
Wow, they did
By
that.
the way, we're recording this on the day where Superman was announced to be gay as well.
Mhm.
I'm
So there's a-
bisexual,
there's
sorry.
a lot of that.
This is very stressful day. Very stressful day for.
My
some of
question
us.
was, as far as like send-offs, would you put it up there with like Logan, Endgame, you know, with Tony's send-off kind of like? How do you? Well, I mean, it was his final movie of the Infinity Saga. It was
Well, no.
Tony's story.
Adam, you go first on one.
Logan was you can't touch Logan. Logan's in its own thing. So
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
It's not gonna touch Logan.
Okay.
Endgame, I don't give. When Tony died, who gives a shit? Get the fuck out of here! I hate fucking.
But he left us 3,000.
Stop yourself. Stop
All
it. But I didn't get emotional when James died, but also because I didn't see it coming at all. That came out of nowhere.
Really?
I knew it was his last movie and they were pushing it,
Right.
but I was on media blackout, so I wasn't really looking into the trailers or anything.
Mhm.
But now I want to go back from the beginning in 4K. I have the 4K Daniel Craig collection, and hopefully when this one drops, I'll also pick that up and just really see if I can let it get in there and see if I get emotional. I don't know, Jared, did you get emotional at all? I know you're a manly man, but
I ain't gonna front. I had a thug tear for a hot second.
wow. So
Okay.
I had a
that's
thug tear.
respect.
You know why? Because I
First
think it was
time
a
or second
remedy.
time you saw it?
No, first time.
Okay.
First time. Second time I was prepared for it.
Gotcha,
Like the
gotcha.
first time
it came out of nowhere. It kind of came out of nowhere.
The first time I was like, he fucking died.
Yeah, because they made sure because Bond has died in this franchise before, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he fell, and then he ends up
Mm-hmm.
he wakes up in Mexico with fucking beers and hookers, and then everything's
Right.
fine. But this, they showed him get nuked, like he got eviscerated. So
like it was the way the freaking bombs
Yeah.
hit. Because I
Yeah.
think the only
Okay.
time he really died
in
another
front of his
movie
girl
was,
and his kid, which is wild.
was
Okay.
oh yeah, You Only Live Twice with Sean Connery. Because that's when he died, you know, in Japan, but he faked his death. Like this was
Right.
Which he does.
no, he done.
Right.
Like that one, like I ain't gonna funny. I was like hurt. I was like, bro, like this is his family. Like he just had this whole emotional connection. Shit took me up, bro.
But still no Logan. Logan still thinks
Nah, Logan was rated R, bro. Come on.
But I mean, as far as the like
No,
the
I know,
emotion
the
of
emotion.
yeah.
No, I would say in terms of for me, would I put it up? I guess if I'm answering it in terms of like, is it kind of like a finale where it's like you really feel like it's a farewell?
Mhm.
Then yes, because it's the arc of everything. Like
Right.
you know, with Endgame and all that stuff. You know, you had 10 years of history.
Mhm.
You know, so you had like all that buildup.
This
Same
is
for
15
Logan,
years.
you know?
This is 15 years of Bond.
Yeah,
too,
it's
so
15
Yeah,
it's 15 years
that's what I'm
of
saying. That's why I'm
Bond.
comparing it because like Hugh
Yeah, I
Jackman
would
was
say it's
Wolverine
up
for
there
what
with
20
that.
years, right?
Yeah. Huh?
From the original X-Men's, then the ones that they redid,
Yeah.
he did it. He was there, and Tony was 10 years. So yeah, so I'm saying as far as
Yeah, in terms
all
of
the
like,
movies they was in and stuff, with this finale up there with Logan.
yeah, in terms of that buildup, yeah, I think it's up there because and like because when me out of the saying, like it's because of that continuation.
Mhm.
You know, like you had there's a lot of loss throughout all these series. It's a lot of loss.
what about when Homeboy Felix when he got
Oh my god, yo, I wanted to murk dude myself.
yeah,
Like,
the white boy.
and-
The white
and-
boy was good. He was probably better than the other two villains.
Yeah.
The
Jeffrey
smiling
Wright is
white
probably
boy.
the best. Yeah, Jeffrey Wright is probably the best Felix Leiter.
Also known as the voice of the Watcher.
The Watcher.
For that silly show that
We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna definitely talk about that later.
Voice of
That's
People
coming
is
in
also.
future
People's
episode.
Shenanigans.
Future episode.
I
Otto, you gotta
know
finish
him,
it.
I know him as Felix, and I know him as future Commissioner Gordon. I don't know about this big forehead Watcher guy. I don't know about.
I know him as People's Hernandez.
Hernandez. That's right. It's People Hernandez.
Tiger Woo.
Tiger Woo. I like him.
Tiger Woo.
But Otto, you
Right.
said you just got that last episode to watch, right? Of What If?
I guess
You gotta for the sake of content. For the sake of content, you
for
got
the sake of content, yeah. For the sake of grade pending, I will, and because I'm gonna obliterate it in the review, so why not?
that works too. I don't mind
No,
that.
you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, bro.
Yeah. Not saying you will. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Is what you're saying. You got to tune in to find out. The people got to tune in to see your grade for it.
That's right.
But
That's
as
right.
you were saying earlier in your one-off, yeah, Anna de
Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas.
Yeah. Oh my God, she
I know.
like not just her beauty, but
Right.
she was
The
great.
character. The character
Like
was
her
cool.
character was
Yeah.
awesome. Like, cause you thinking she's gonna be like you think she's gonna fuck the whole mission up, and
Right,
she
right.
was lightning through that
Badass.
shit. Like she
Yep.
was like, I mean, granted, very different universe and everything, but that's what Iron Fist should have been in terms of fighting. Like,
Whoa! I was not expecting you to go there.
Yes,
But
that
I
shit was-
agree.
this is what that should have been.
I love where in the middle of the fight James poured a drink and stuff, and they stopped and they had a drink and then they went
He's a
back. to
freaking
fucking
alcoholic.
niggas
man.
up.
I rock with
Well,
that.
yeah, obviously he's got a drink
I
problem.
rock with
But
that.
it was cool. It was still a cool scene.
And even the dynamic between the two 007s, you know,
Yes.
the retired and the
Yes.
like, it wasn't like we're rivals, whatever. It's like, you know, it's like I have respect for you, but at the same
Yep.
time, it's like understand my position in this.
Yep.
You know,
And the way
like
they
it was like-
introduced her, where like, oh, mom's gonna, have sex with this young lady, and she's like, "What's up, old man? Listen, come meet me over here at the thing." She was so cool, dude. Paul, I'm telling
Word.
you, man, you gotta give this thing a chance.
So that's a good. I wanted to know about that too because a lot of people are making a big deal about. I forget what her name is, but she's.
You've made it clear you hate women, so I mean,
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you did. But
It's
you made
fantasy. It's Sean Connery did
You're
what we
anti-woman.
can't
No,
do
I
in
get
real
it.
life.
It. Yeah.
He was it was What If, for example, but
What if you respect the women? I get it. You don't. No,
which I do. Bond didn't, but I do.
Right.
But now, I was gonna say, the black girl. She's what's her name? Rambeau, Monica's mom, and
Shauna
Captain
Lynch.
Marvel. Yeah.
Shauna
How
Lynch.
was she? Because I know people making a big deal because black woman being a 00 agent. We don't like this. How did that come
not,
on?
Not a 00 agent, 007.
So
The
she was
fact that she
007.
took- Yeah,
Okay.
she took his code because James was retired.
Are
or
they
whatever.
continuing with her?
No.
Okay.
Because after the arc is over, there's after that arc is over, it's gonna reboot it.
Yeah,
Like
they're gonna pick another
everything
Bond,
else,
a
it's like a
different Bond.
refresh. Yeah,
I'm saying they're not gonna reboot with her.
No.
no, I mean it would be
That's
great.
clear.
There's no way in hell
I-
that's happening.
It
But then
depends
again,
on the continuation,
yesterday
though,
Superman was
because they
straight. So what do I know? Maybe they are gonna do that. Who fucking
No,
knows?
see, the
But I
reason why
doubt it.
I don't think they will is because if you do that, then you're continuing that entire arc from Casino Royale going forward, and that's really I don't see that
There's no need to
happening.
do that.
'Cause-
There's no need to do that.
Yeah, I don't see that happening because every time like they change.
It's been
characters
15
like-
years.
like
it's time to
emotional.
change. It's fine.
Well,
We're ready
she's
for a
only in
change.
this movie though, right? She's not in the other movies.
No.
No.
But also, spoiler, she gave the title back. She didn't have to, but out of respect,
But
she was
he's
like,
dead.
all right, old man, but he is dead. Yes.
Somebody got to do
But they
it.
didn't specify
She did
that. They
that.
didn't go like, all right, well, you can have it again. Like,
Oh,
It
after
would be
Bond died,
great.
they all drank to him, but, you know, that was it.
It would be great if they had. It would be great if they had like at least maybe a spinoff to it, or have a movie that had her and
Ana de Armas.
yeah, like they had those two in it. It would be. I think that would be a great movie.
Oh, box office wise, it was number one, but
Yeah.
it did less than the last two movies, which I
But
think
it's a pandemic.
it's a pandemic. Two, it's a longer film, and that's why I'm worried about Eternals and their crazy, almost
Right.
3-hour gambit. But we'll see how that goes.
Because because you're right. Because a longer movie means less run times, through the day. So yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about it's like 247, but it's at least 25 minutes of trailer, so it's a 3-hour commitment that you got to give.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not for everybody. But if you've been watching all the movies and you've been hanging in there for 15 years, however long, then it's worth it. And I think they did a great job. They keep the action going. There's many sequences. It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it seeing it on the biggest screen possible. I recommend that.
Yeah, I saw it IMAX.
Nice.
And it's definitely worth it. I'm definitely looking forward for the next edition. I've been a Bond fan forever. Just like Otto, I came in during the GoldenEye era, and then I watched every last one at least 5 times because that's just my thing.
Nice.
Then I bought it, and I bought the box series back when I was in Best Buy, and then I bought the digitized copy on Microsoft Store.
Nice. Sure.
Like
I got the Blu-rays. I got the full collection on Blu-ray, and then I got the Daniel Craig 4K. When I'm probably gonna do the 4K when they release the whole thing in 4K.
I
And Paul's like, nah, no white spies for me. I'm not a fan.
Wait,
At least borrow Jared's set, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Sean Connery. Sean Connery is my Bond. That's one and only.
That's fair.
Wait, Otto, remember
Yes, sir.
when Craig first became Bond, and the big drama was he
He's
had
blonde, he has
blue
blue eyes, yeah. Meanwhile, those motherfuckers are iconic, steely as fuck. Granted, in post-production, they make them bluer than they are in real life.
eyes. Exactly.
But it's cool as shit, dude. It's cool as shit.
Sean
It's
Connery.
haters, bro. Haters.
Sean
Wait.
Connery is my Bond. The one and only.
but Sean Connery didn't have a gay Q though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's right.
Exactly.
Or
There's
maybe he
nothing
did,
wrong
but
with
his
that.
cue would never come out.
But
Would
there's
never
nothing
say-
wrong with that.
Or a woman
now
M.
there's nothing wrong with that. Now there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing
Female
wrong with
M.
that at all. I'm just
There was
saying.
a lot of firsts. There was a lot of firsts. You had a gay Q. You had a woman that was M.
Mhm.
You had a black Monty Penny. You had a black 007.
Technically 007 said that he when fucking Javier Bardem was torturing him, and he was like, oh, something about being with a man, and James was like, do you think this would be the first time? Like, so he kind of like, I blocked it out, but he kind of did fucking insinuate that Bond will do
He had
whatever
to
it
do
takes
what he had to do
for the mission,
for the country.
for motherland. You know what I'm saying?
With that being said, so we got Halloween coming up. Halloween Kills coming up.
Yep.
We're gonna do What If. We're gonna do Squid Game.
I got a little something for the watcher.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Bond. You got License to Kill?
007 style. I'm gonna fucking murder that series.
I'm gonna have to blur that out.
Blur
YouTube.
this out.
YouTube. I did not approve of that.
Just replace it with like a hammer or something.
We got alcohol. We got guns. See, this is Bond. I like this though. This is Bond. All we need is a woman to
real
get.
quick. Real quick,
Be
real
around,
quick,
not
we got 6 minutes left. Jared, did you like the song, the iconic theme song? Billie Eilish did the theme song for this one, and you know how I feel.
like
about that
shout out to
movie.
Billie Eilish.
I thought
I
it was a
like
great song. It was a good
That was
theme. They
awesome.
kept using it for the love theme. I thought that was dope.
It was a great song. I think it's one.
Was
of
it
the
better
best.
than Adele singing Skyfalls?
Skyfall.
Yeah, Adele did
See,
her thing.
he remembers it. He remembers it.
Uh,
You didn't watch the movies, but you remember the song. Make it make sense.
Because it was pop music. They made it. They put it everywhere. It was everywhere. It was around the time when Adele. Everybody was loving Adele. Then she lost weight. They're like, look at this skinny broad.
Yeah, how dare she? Fun
And now
fact:
Rich Paul loves her.
Billy's 007 No Time to Die song
Yeah.
won the Emmy before the movie ever came out, and that's never been done before. So
Yeah,
breaking records.
Okay. All right, Billy. Shout out to Billie Eilish. You know what
she did her thing.
She
She
did
did
her
her thing in that song.
definitely.
She put her ankles in it.
I mean?
I'm gonna look that up. I'm not familiar with that lingo, but I'm gonna look it up.
Black Dynamite.
Yeah, Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. Are we gonna do Black Dynamite in review? Great pending, because I think
We
we
could.
gotta revisit it. We gotta
The
revisit
movie
it.
or the cartoon?
I haven't peeped the cartoon. cartoon.
Oh, yeah, you got to see the cartoon. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
see
the
the
cartoon was awesome.
But I'm down to rewatch
Is it
the
better
movie
than What
again.
If? Of course it is.
Oh,
There ain't
no,
no
it-
answer to that. Yeah.
We will find out when we review What If.
Oh yeah, we fucking will.
Come on, YouTube. I can't block his box. So yeah, Otto, did you finish Squid Game?
I haven't even started.
You didn't even start Squid Game. So
No.
are you interested?
How many
in-
episodes? I am. I'm
9. Not it's 9, right, Jared? 9.
All right.
9
episodes.
hours. Though. 9 hours, though, right?
Yeah, not
eight-
really.
8.5.
Yeah,
8.5,
'cause one episode is real
because-
short and
Gotcha.
it's a lot of credits.
Yeah,
So even when they say-
I'm definitely gonna take it on. I'm definitely gonna.
Yeah, nah,
let's
it's-
see this.
John
It's
said he
been
just finished
3
one.
weeks nonstop of hype of this fucking bullshit. So
Yeah, and that's just I was hesitant because of the hype. So then I just put it on, and then I was like, oh, okay. Oh,
You're gonna be
okay.
mad. I'm just gonna warn you right now. You're gonna be mad.
Well, remember, I don't hate women like Paul. So if it's something to do, I'll be fine with that.
Knowing Otto, I want to because I know he's gonna be mad for a couple of reasons.
Yeah,
I
you're
want to.
You're saying
but-
keep it handy is what you're saying. What are you saying right now?
Yes. Yes. Yes,
that.
indeed. So we're gonna
That's
do
your-
that. But
that's your
Halloween
weekend?
Kills is definitely we're all gonna see that this week coming up.
Thursday. This
we
week.
got,
This week. What do you mean?
This week, yeah, this week.
Yeah.
This week got Halloween Kills. What If we're gonna probably sneak into? Squid Game is gonna happen eventually. We got Eternals coming soon. Tickets just went on sale for that.
Are you gentlemen not watching Dune? I know. Paul,
I'm gonna. Oh, that's next week. That's next week.
There's
That's
only
right.
one female in that movie, so you should be okay. I think you can. It's Zendaya. I think you'll be fine. She has
Shout out
very
to-
little lines, from what I heard. So you'll be fine.
He might get hit.
She might
Listen,
get hit. She might get hit.
I'm not saying I hit women. I said Sean Connery did.
I'm gonna clip that out.
You don't edit.
But I can still clip it out.
No, you don't get the final edits. Sean
I'm gonna have
Connery in
Spectre
a
hack this
fantasy
shit right now.
world, he would do that. Well, in real life, he would do it, but he did that. So hopefully, we didn't have to go through that.
I love that he doubled down to Barbara Walters and he was like, "Yeah, man, no."
I might have to edit that interview. Yeah, I got to edit that interview
Crop
in
it in. Yeah.
so people
Sure,
know.
quick.
Otto, right quick.
Yes, sir.
Otto, right quick.
Yes, sir.
But what's your rankings of Bonds?
Oh, I can't do that right now. We got
Sean
2 minutes, 21
Connery,
seconds.
Everybody else. Okay,
Still-
Sean Connery,
Daniel Craig's number
everybody
one.
else.
Daniel Craig's number 1, and then I'll get back to you on everybody else because
All right.
I haven't seen
Sean
each of
Connery,
those ones as much as you have, so I gotta go back.
Everybody else.
Where are you at though, real quick? Because you probably know.
Um,
For me, Sean Connery.
Shut up! Your wife beater, I get it.
I can't mute him either.
No, I have the power.
Who let this
Show's
man
over,
host?
guys. All right.
For me, Connery, Craig, by default, Lansby's on the bottom.
That's racist.
No love for Dalton.
GoldenEye.
I'm torn between Dalton and Moore. I think Dalton is higher than Moore, but
Large
Dalton
Moore,
only
yeah.
had 2 movies. But at the
True.
same time, I think his 2 movies is better than the 5 or 6 that Moore had. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, at least half of his category. I think Moonraker was probably better than Moonraker, and Live and Let Die is probably his 2 best movies. But if you do those 2 best movies versus License to Kill, which I think is one of my favorite movies,
License to Kill.
and Living Daylights, Dalton might overtake more. So it might
Now
go.
you're gonna make me rewatch all of them now. God damn it.
So for
Sorry,
me,
sorry. Squid Game's gonna be delayed because I gotta rewatch 46 other Bond films.
Sean
Paul, this is
Connery,
your, there we go. This is your show, Paul. Go ahead.
Sean Connery.
The best Bond.
everybody
Sean Connery.
else. And if you say if you go against Sean Connery, you know what you get. Okay, you get the backhand. That's how it goes. But shout out to GoldenEye, was a great game. You know, played that often. Brought the cousins and the friends over. 4 controllers on the N64. We went in on GoldenEye. Everybody argued over who they want to be, like it mattered. But
There was actually a great James Bond game for Pierce Brosnan. It was Everything or Nothing. I think that was on PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay.
That was actually a pretty good game too.
Oh, okay.
They had it as like a movie.
GoldenEye
Yeah.
is still the best one. Just so we're clear. GoldenEye.
Exactly.
Is the best one.
And on that note, thank you, fellas. See you for the next one, everybody. Comment, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff at the bottom. Sean Connery.